Good day, merry meet. My name is Glennis. I'm the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. If you are new here, well, welcome. I hope you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and join us. And if you're a returning subscriber, well, thank you so much for joining me. But no matter whether you're new or you're returning, thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a lot going on here. I have been planning and collecting over the last, I think, probably 2 to 3 weeks or so, because I like to thrift shop. You guys know I love to thrift shop. And so I've been kind of collecting over the last month or so, and I thought, well, I'm going to just save everything up. And I've actually got something very special that I've commissioned, and I've been waiting on it. And although this is not the artist's fault, this is actually my own doing. I told them, I said, just let's delay this just, maybe a week or two. At this point in my life, I don't know if I'm going to be in the same city tomorrow or the next day or the day after that. So I told them, I said, just work on it, do whatever you want to do, and let my life get settled down a little bit. But and like I said, I've been collecting, and those big like those Rubbermaid storage tubs that you see in the store. Well, I had one of those chock full and starting to overflow. So I was thinking maybe I would just kind of put this into maybe a couple of different videos, and when the artwork does come and I'm ready to share it with you, then I'll do another haul video. But I wanted to get this one done because I wanted to get this cleaned up and smudged and be able to start using it. But before we start with the haul, which you can probably already see some of it, but before we start with the haul, there is someone that is having some concerns. And the one thing I neglected to mention to them in our conversations are, I've gone over house cleansing, I've gone over cleansing your body, yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, the whole, everything, as much as I possibly can. But the one thing that might bring them some comfort and might alleviate them is on every Tuesday, and I've done this myself, and I know that there are a few other people that have done this and are in the process of doing this as well, is a prayer to Archangel Michael. And so with that, really all you need is a white candle, and this is mine, you can see, and again, this is just awful, but I've got Tuesday written on it. It's done every Tuesday for 7 weeks. Again, this is how mine's been used. And I know that if I should ever need to do this again, I've got my little sticky note in here, and I'm hoping, if you can kick by a dollar store, maybe you already have a novena, a white novena candle. You don't need to buy a special Archangel Michael candle to do this. But really all you do is, you could do it, I guess, in the morning or in the evening. It really doesn't, I don't think it really matters what time of day it's done, but you just basically light your candle. And I'll read, again, I've got my grimoire right here. And all you guys probably already know this, but I'll read this for this one person. It says, Saint Michael, I resort to your protection, and in my faith offer this light, my white candle, which shall burn every Tuesday. Comfort me in difficulties, and though lodging in the house of our Savior, intercede for me and my family, that we will be able to hold God close to our hearts and be provided for in all our necessities. I beseech you to have infinite pity in regard to the favors I ask of you. And then at this point, ask whatever it is that you feel is a concern to you. that I may be able to overcome all difficulties as you did the dragon at your feet. And after that, you say 3 Hail Marys, say 3 Our Fathers, and then 3 Glory Be, which is glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. And really just that, again, every Tuesday for 7 weeks, and it helped me, and I can only hope that it will help you and bring some comfort to those of you who feel threatened and, you know, physically, spiritually, in whatever way. And I'm not going to say any more than that, because I don't want anyone to become offended or too sensitive or something like that. But I'll just set this aside and we'll go on from there. But I think what I'm going to do, my next video, which will be, you know, you have to excuse the casual, it's casual day for me. Like I said, I don't know whether from day to day whether I'm going to be here or in another city, state. So it's kind of nuts. But I wanted to share this haul video with you. And you guys know I am notoriously frugal. And with retirement coming up in a year or two, I'm really kind of starting to watch where the money's going. So it's just how it is. But so everything that is here, with the exception of my herbs, and this is going to last me forever, totally forever, and there's a reason. But the 3/4 of what I have here came from Goodwill. And again, on Wednesdays today, a senior, me, gets 20% off. And then very often they will have a tag up, whether it be, let's see, like red or green or yellow or whatever. They'll either give you that item for $1.99 or give it to you half price. So like I said, I'm a pretty smart, I try to be a very, very smart shopper. But now these candles here have blue, pink, yellow, purple. These did not come from Goodwill, but in my travels up to the Hollow, I found an awesome, awesome resource for these colored candles. Now the white candles I can get here locally at the Dollar Tree. I mean, $1. These are just $1. I found an awesome resource. So every time, and these are only just a few that I put on the table. I should honestly be embarrassed. But you guys know me and my candle magic and my herb magic and probably a few other things that I do. I figured, you know, I can't have enough of these. So every time I go up, I buy a few more, you know, and at $1, yeah, I think I can bring a few more in the mix. And of course, you have the usual suspects of glass jars. I'm not going to bore you with all of the glass jars that I've bought. And I did buy this bin here that, again, you know, what am I going to do with it? I don't know, but more than likely I'll be able to use it for storage in the bathroom or whatever. And I also found these 2 really cute little, and they are ceramic, these two little pumpkins, and I could have bought just one, but I think they were like $1 each. So I have not washed them. I mean, they're still taped shut, but I'm gonna wash them and everything else here, and it's gonna get smudged. And more than likely I'll use these for a tablescape when I share my Halloween ghost story with you guys. And I hope you'll tune in then, because it was probably one of the turning points in my life. Of course, I've had quite a few, but it was, you know, had it not been a family member, I probably would have flown out of my house, physically just left. But I knew who it was, and I knew their message. But again, I'll share that with you, Halloween, and there's a very important reason why it's going to be done on Halloween as well. But again, I'll share that with you soon. And I found this cute little black cat candle holder. I think you guys can see it. and this is not something I typically buy, but with the holiday coming up, I said, you know, and again, all of this, some of these things from Goodwill were like less than $1. I mean, so, and soon enough I'll have 2 homes. Thankfully, maybe I can get my storage facility empty, but I'll have 2 homes to kind of divide things up between. And again, I think what I'm going to do, and actually Drew gave me such inspiration. I have been saving up black, I used the little black chime candles, and I knew there was a reason I was saving up the black wax, but I think what I'm going to do, and again, this was 99 cents. It's never been opened, and probably more than likely I got it at half price, so for 50 cents, yeah, I think I can do this. But what I'm going to do is, she showed her wicked, I think it was a wicked drippy candle, and so I think, you know, I'm going to give it a go. I just was so inspired by her, and you know how she added the herbs and melded the herbs in the candle, and then used extra wax to drip it around. And with Hecate's, a lot of people who are Hecate devotees like I am, red and black. So yeah, I think this is gonna, I'll let you guys know how it turns out. I'm gonna be working with it in my spare time if I can get some, and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a go and see how it works out. And I also found this, a nifty little tray. I don't know whether someone obviously was using as a bank or something, because it says going out. I'm not really sure about that, but I don't know whether I'm going to use this as a witchy thing, and maybe put like the herbs that I'm going to be using for a particular spell, and like just like have it all here ready to go, or if I'm going to use this as a table centerpiece and maybe stuff the clear glass with you know, seasonal things like little pumpkins or different things, and maybe do a garland here. And I already have some of the little battery operated, like little I call them rice lights, because they're very tiny. And so, you know, I don't know, what do you guys think I should use it for? Because it's only going to be used for one thing, and I just don't know how I'm going to use it. I mean, I look at it and I go, well, these jars might be really, really big for a particular spell, but then again, it might help me stay a little bit more organized. But I don't know. What's your opinion? Let me know. So, and in my Walmart shopping, I found these little. Now this one is just a polka dot, and I know you guys don't know it, but I'm just mad crazy about polka dots. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I think it happens when you get older. That's my little secret to you guys. I think it happens when you get older, because I've seen episodes of Murder, She Wrote where she has a polka dot blouse, so maybe that's what happens. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know what, these are just fabric scraps. I don't know what I'm going to use them for. This one's a polka dot, and this one, can't get this off, but it's little, something wicked this way comes with little ghosts and bats, and it's just adorable. Again, I'm sure that I'll be able to use them for something. I have actually quite a few oils that need to be covered, so maybe I'll make a wicked oil and make sure it stays covered in dark cloth. I don't know. And I found, again, you know guys, my little thing I have for fabrics that I like to pick up at Goodwill. This tablecloth is one of them. You probably can't even see it, but I found these, and again, it was a set of 4 that and the tag says $1.99, but more than likely I either got 20% off or I spent all of $1 for 4. So yeah, very pretty. It's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful season. And also, yeah, you know what? I bought a package of paper bags. I had been using, and as cheesy and as awful as this sounds, I had been using for some of my petition papers that I know I'm going to be burning. And I mean, I smudge them anyway before I write on them or even bring them to my altar. I always tear the machine edges off of them and use them. And like I said, some of them I burn and some of them are put in jars and done things with. Well, I used to use the Walmart freezer bags. Well, I don't know if it's happening in your area, and no offense, Brittany, but my area Walmart has taken away the paper bags that you can put your freezer items in. So I'm like, well, okay then. But I found this, again, at the dollar store, and there's 40 of them. This will last me for a good long while. And with, you know, with school supplies coming out, and you may be able to find these all the time at Dollar Tree, but I thought, you know what, while I was walking by, it was just one of those things, yep, there you go. So I'll definitely, and I just don't feel so flush in my budget that I can just go and buy parchment paper for my spells. Yeah, maybe that's just me, I don't know. And now this, of course, didn't come from Goodwill or the dollar store, but I did buy some extra Palo Santo, and which is known as holy wood. And for those of you who don't want to burn sage in your home, then this is a good alternative. Again, just get, and you don't have to use an entire little briquette, a burning disc. Cut those in half and use that, but toss one or two of these for a little bit of extra protection in your home, or, you know, just if you don't have a sage stick, use one of these, burn it, and use it to smudge throughout your home, or use it in some of your protection sprays, because this will rock your world, I guarantee you. But what I'm most happy about is the yarrow. Of course, I ordered this online, and I think I probably bought a little bit more the other day when I was out at the metaphysical shop, tongue-tied. And I bought it and I brought it back, and I of course used it, and I used it in my Florida water video. I mixed this with Florida water in a tart burner, and again, this is just to help you sleep and to help bad bugaboos go away at night. And only to find out the last time I was up the Hollow, which has only been, you know, just maybe 3 or 4 days ago, I found that I have this growing wild. So I am totally ecstatic about it. I just couldn't be more thrilled. It's growing wild, and, you know, it's just like Drew said, there's a lot of witchy things that you can do up there. And yes, there definitely are. There's a lot of witchy things happening there. And I do have an altar space planned, an outdoor altar space planned. But you know what? You can do it where someone, you know, a neighbor could walk up and they would never be the wiser. So call me sneaky, but hey, you know, you don't have to make it look like incredibly witchy, unless you just don't care. But I'm a very private person, and there's been a few that have found when I do practice, I've received quite a bit of kickback, and very negative kickback. So, but that's another story. But as far as yarrow is concerned, it provides, and again, which is why I mix it with my Florida water, it provides a shield, basically a shield against negativity. I did make notes. And when you use it in ritual, you can probably use it to you know, add to any of your incense blends. It enables you to see a bit more clear. And yarrow, now non-witchy, yarrow was used in World War I, and this was used to help stop bleeding, cleanse the wound, and to aid in the healing of the wound. Now, exactly how they did that, I don't know. I haven't researched it lengthy enough. I really doubt that I'm going to use this as far as cleansing a wound, and maybe you could make a poultice from it. I don't know. And it does repair tissue, which I had no idea. It's useful in spells and rituals done aloud, so that words, this is an air herb, considered an air herb. So when you use this in ritual, and the words spoken aloud is carried through the air. And that's one of the things that you can use it for. You can use it in love sachets or sachets, like Lady Grave Dancer would call them. I miss her so. And charms, you can use this in charms. And it is said when, I guess you could probably put this in a charm, and it says when carried in your hand, probably in a charm, it is said to ward off fear. So, gosh, it sounds like it's really a really good overall herb to use. And the one last thing, and of course, I don't want to forget, I found this really cheesy, you guys, you're going to have to forgive me, this really super cheesy sign. And it says, "The Witch is in." And unfortunately, Goodwill had put the price tag on the facing of it on the back here. I'm going to repair it. And then it flips over to say, "The witch is out." And you know, you guys know I had to get this. But yeah, I'm gonna just do a little bit of repair, and then of course, me with the darn polka dots. I mean, what can you say? But thank you again for joining me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll be posting more videos as, like I said, the spirit moves me, or as my time allows. And with that, I will say, merry part. And I so hope to merry meet again. Bye, guys.